Welcome to a hypnosis edition of Follow My Voice. I understand you may have a little bit of a problem sleeping. If you do, you're in the right place. If you don't, kind of still in the right place because you never know when you might develop a problem sleeping. So let's go ahead and make sure you're laying down comfortably in a place where you're ready to go to sleep. Let's tackle that problem of sleeping to find out what is going on and what's keeping you from getting a good night's sleep. All right, go ahead and close your eyes now. And let's start with a deep breath. We're going to inhale for 6 seconds and then exhale for 6 seconds. Okay, ready? Inhale. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. Good. All right. So now make sure your eyes are closed. And let me tell you a sleep bedtime story so we can let your subconscious mind figure out what the problem is that's keeping you from going to sleep. There are many useful problem-solving metaphors for sleep problems, but today let's talk about an iceberg. This one is going to deep dive into your subconscious mind. Me and your subconscious mind are going to have a conversation about an iceberg. You know, an iceberg is one of those great masses of ice where 1/9 is above the water, where you can see it, and 8/9, most of it, is underwater, where it's hidden. Let's define this sleep problem as the iceberg. Then problem solving involves melting the iceberg. It is very hard to melt an iceberg. It's so huge, so cold. And the great mass of ice with all the coldness inside keeps the outside too cold to melt much anyway. But it's very easy to melt an ice cube. So, let's start the purpose of melting this iceberg, and therefore solving the problem, by looking around in your imagination and find some way of taking a little chip from the iceberg, a little shoe perhaps, or a stick or a rock, and hit that iceberg until you can find something that you can hit it with. There are many ways to melt that ice cube, because now, after you hit that iceberg, you're holding a little ice cube. You might hold it in your hands, or leave it in the sun, or put it in running water, or stick it in the stove, or put it inside a microwave. It's whatever your subconscious mind wants to do. But what happens when you do melt that ice cube? Well, for one thing, as far as the ice cube is concerned, you don't have ice anymore. You have water. And water is a very, very different commodity than ice, with all sorts of different qualities and uses. Think of the difference between water and ice now. Why? Why are they different? Now, in your mind's eye, take a look back at the iceberg, specifically the part where you broke off the ice cube. The surface is clean and sparkling with streaks of beautiful colors, deep greens and blues, because of how tightly the water molecules are packed in the thick ice. And the iceberg is a little bit smaller now, and has a slightly different shape. And though it's hard at this point to appreciate a tiny bit of the iceberg that was hidden underwater, is now above the surface where you can see it. So, as you continue to break off small ice cubes, continue to break them off and melt them away in different ways. If you used a microwave the first time, melt the second piece of the ice cube in a stove. Put it under the sun. Put a magnifying glass to the ice cube. Put it on a hot road where the asphalt melts the ice cube. Put it in the Sahara Desert where it won't last but a second because of how hot it is. Move it to the sun where it evaporates instantly. Put it in a hot spa. Put it in a hot shower. Throw it into the hot, humid air. Imagine the ice cube in the hottest, most humid place you can think of. In time, you have a very different situation. You have gathered a wonderful supply of useful water in that iceberg, which at first was so huge and terrifying, has an altogether different size and shape now, glistening and beautiful, with gorgeous colors, something to admire and appreciate. And now, talking to your subconscious mind directly, what problem was keeping you from falling asleep? That problem is now completely melted away into useful water. And this water, although in a little puddle and ripples emanating through the puddle, slowly I want your subconscious mind to calm the ripples, still the water until you can see your own reflection in it. And when you look at your own reflection, you now see that whatever problem started and kept you from sleeping is now gone, replaced with water. The iceberg, which was 9/10 underwater, is now merging into the water. It is no longer a big iceberg, but just more water. Now, ask your subconscious mind to show a picture to you. And this picture is it doesn't have to make sense. Just lock in that picture now. Whatever your subconscious mind showed you is what it was supposed to show you. And the picture means nothing. It's not the picture. It's your subconscious mind of communicating with you. Because the subconscious mind does not communicate with words, it communicates with symbols. And what it shows you is the root of your problem that was keeping you from sleeping, regardless of what you see. Slowly melt it into water, whatever color it is. Turn it slowly as it melts into the bluest blue of the cleanest, purest water you can imagine, whether it's water at a resort, on your favorite beach, a dream destination, a clear, beautiful lake, or a flowing river, or even a delicious glass of water. Water. So good. And as you melt that image away into water, it'll merge into the water that came from the iceberg in the same color as the original water. And whatever it was is now gone, replaced with just water. All it is water now. Whatever was the problem, whatever that symbol was, remember, it wasn't the symbol, it was your subconscious mind's way of communicating with you. But after this conversation, all you have now is water. delicious, delicious, tasty water. Delicious water. And this water is now still, calm. And now that it's calm, you can begin the process of letting go, drifting into sleep, letting my voice go with you, and drifting into a deep, so sleepy, starting to get a little sleepy, so tired, starting to drift into a little bit of a slumber, so sleepy, feeling tired, feeling sleepy, feeling tired. Let your mind take you away with the water and bring you to sleep now. Stay asleep now and allow your subconscious mind to provide you with